let's start this way. Okay, let's do this. Today we have a little cup of tea. This is not gonna be just like a Q&A type of video. I'm gonna be doing my makeup. Shall we drink some tea together? So, I don't know where to start. I moved to the US in 2019, around like September. That's when I left. I moved here with the goal of going to school, which I am still going to school for those that do not know. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, moving abroad is not easy. There's definitely a lot of challenges along the way. My first 2 years were pretty hard, if I could say. I felt like your first 2 years or 1 year, I normally say the first 1 year is definitely the hardest because you're still processing the fact that you no longer live in your country, the fact that you no longer live near your parents. You are just in this new place by yourself. You have to, I don't know, figure out things by yourself. And I'm a type of person that I lived with my parents when I was back home, and I always had my dad and my mom kind of like figuring out certain things for me, and I moved here when I was still 18 and now I'm like 24. So just for you to have an idea, I was still a baby pretty much. So in 2020 I was kind of going to a depression, not like a depression, but I was definitely in a very bad place mentally. I used to have like so much anxiety. I used to overthink so freaking much I could. But today, 2024, looking back to all of my journey after moving from back home, I am thankful, you know, thankful for the journey. I learned so much. I grew so much because of that journey, because I learned that a lot of times, you know, you find yourself into life situations where you can get frustrated. The whole journey was something that I would definitely take with me my whole life, because it just taught me so much. If I could summarize my living abroad journey, especially like the beginning, independence, resilience. I now always encourage my friends when they're like, oh, I think I want to live somewhere else, even if it's like a different city. I'm like, hey, if you feel like it, do it. It comes with so much growth. And I think this is one of the best things about having the opportunity to live somewhere, even if you ever go back home, but you always go back as a new person, a new mindset, and it's one of the best opportunities to get to know yourself. And a lot of times it's not because you want, you just find yourself in that position and it just happens naturally. While I graduated from my accounting degree this year, technically I'm currently in my last term for my accounting degree in college, which it is like, college is kind of like university here in the US, and you can do like a 2 years program and then transfer to the university and do the other 2 years, because I am doing kind of like a double majoring situation, and I'm also taking a minor in marketing, which it is what I work with right now. It's funny how I started going to school for accounting, and then because of content creation, I ended up getting into like the marketing industry. And I am currently working. I have been a freelancer in the last 3 years, which it is something that happened actually because of social media. I started creating content on Instagram around 2020. Oh, the sun is shining. This is reaching out to me and being like, oh, do you do like content creation for, you know, businesses? Are you a freelancer? Like, what is a freelancer? I had to like Google, and from there it's like it just took over, it just grew. Opportunity would just come my way, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And today I work mostly as a marketing strategist, and I help brands and businesses to just like come up with strategies for their campaigns. Also, my skin, it is indeed always glowing. So When it comes to skincare, just FYI, this is what works for me. It might not work for you, but also I never really had like acne or just like in general skin problems. Number two, it is not only my skincare, it is also what I eat. First, I'm gonna start with my cleanser. It is my OG cleanser, my favorite, my God cleanser. I love this cleanser. Like, this helps me a lot whenever I break out, and you know, within like 1 or 2 days the whitehead is literally dry and gone. So with this Paula's Choice toner, and honestly it is one of my favorites. I feel like it also helps with like dark spots and the pores and keeping my skin hydrated and everything. Love. You say green tea, I love this serum. It gives my skin so much glow, but also it does help to calm and hydrate your skin. And Bioma hydration cream, and this one already has like niacinamide, green tea, so it already has some ingredients that help. I use this topicals brightening clearing serum once a week. I use this You to the People kombucha also once a week. I will do this like, let's say in a Monday, and then I'll do the topicals one on a Friday. In the last 1 month, I have not been using my regular skincare. I have been using Sable Labs because I want to just like try it out and see how it works. And guys, this Quasel cleanser, if I can say, it's like a Somalian or Ethiopian clay. I'm using it for only a month, and I feel like my dark spots have been fading way quicker than like using the topicals. So yeah, this is my skincare routine. And like I said, I drink lots of water, I drink lots of tea, you guys. There's so many benefits in tea when it comes to like our hormones as a woman, but also has our skin. And yeah. Ooh, the makeup's coming together. I like it. And this is also one of my favorite questions because I don't shut up about my body care. I have been dry brushing for a year, and I use this dry brush from Osea, but you can honestly get any. So I will dry brush my skin at least twice a week. So pretty much I'll just go up and down, and dry brushing, what it does, it just gets rid of your dead skin, but also it helps with blood circulation. And also I would do like circles, you know, I'll do that, my arm, my legs, twice a week. And I don't know if a lot of people exfoliate before they take a shower, but I like to exfoliate after I take a shower, and I follow up by an exfoliator or a body scrub. I use the Trader Joe's Brazilian body scrub, and I receive a lot of compliments from friends. They're like, oh my gosh, they would touch me something. They're like, your skin is just so smooth. And I'm like, yes, my job has been done. Number 3 and 4, it does not need to be from this brand, but this is one of my favorite brands. I go with the Osea body oil. I have dry skin, so lotions just don't work for me. Like, love it, love it, love it. I go on with this body butter. It's actually like done. Since lotions don't work for my skin type, I only use body butters because they are thicker and they have higher concentration of oils as well. So it's just like keeps my skin hydrated for longer. Another one that I use that it is like an affordable option is the Trader Joe's lemongrass coconut body oil. I love this oil as well. Also, one of the things that I really love about body care's routines is that like it's the moment for yourself. It's self-care. You are taking that moment, and I always have my cup of tea when I'm doing that. It's like my little routine. It just feels right. It just feels like heaven. And when you're done, you sit in the couch, you're like, yeah. To learn about yourself. I feel like this advice only will open so many doors for you. Once you take time to learn about yourself better, is really connected to understanding what you want for yourself in life, because now you have to set up standards for yourself, for your friendships, for the circles you get yourself into, and that just becomes more clear to yourself. Now, number 2, working in your confidence. I feel like as a woman, you know, having confidence to step into some rooms, it can be the most powerful thing you can ever do for yourself. Because when you're confident, you talk about yourself in such a beautiful way that The way you feel about yourself is the same way people will feel about you. I have found myself in positions where I would talk about myself so proudly that people would trust me with projects like work related. And I think that comes with like the confidence part. It's just like if you invest in building your confidence, you know, there's so many books that talk about it. Not only, but there's actually exercises that can help you with that. There are so many podcasts. There are people giving you step by step. Take time to learn about yourself. Embrace who you are. You are beautiful. So take that into the world. You are beautiful when it comes to your beauty, when it comes to your personality, when it comes to the work you do. So embrace it and take that out with you. I love this question. I am gonna be honest. The last 6 months have been kind of like, I wouldn't say a roller coaster of like my life in general, but like a roller coaster of emotions. So I have been just like learning more about myself when it comes to my emotions, like how to deal with my emotions. Answering this question right now, it makes so much sense because I have to say I am loving this stage of my life because I feel like it's a stage of learning. I have been learning so much, and I feel like a lot of times the only way for you to really learn things is like through going through certain situations. And the realization I had this year is that I overwork myself a lot. I do so many things at once, but I would often not congratulate myself. But now I am getting to the stage where I'm just congratulating myself more often, and with that it comes just like so much happiness when it comes to your life. And I feel like I have been so happy lately, and it's not because big events have been happening in my life. It's very internal. It's starting to realize how many hard things I do. Life always been good, you know? It really depends which eyes you look at it. You know, a lot of times you will have some hard moments, but you are in a better place today than you were before. And I feel like since I started to embrace this mindset and looking into things this way, I just find myself happy for a majority of the time. I've just been finding joy where I'm at. If I'm being honest, while I lived back home, my English was not like the best. But after moving here, I did go to an English school for 2 months. And after 2 months, they were literally like, you're fine. You know how to speak English. You are ready to go. But I think it's also because when I was back home, the whole time I would always be listening to a lot of music in English. It was easier for me to learn English in general, but also how I learned Spanish was technically by, like, if you're trying to learn a new language, your best friend is gonna be listening to music and watching movies. And this is what worked for me. Like, I also like kind of already knew how to speak Spanish because I would always listen to my dad, because my dad went to school in Cuba. I watch a lot of telenovelas in Spanish because it's like your brain would just listen and record everything, and when you get to practice, you'll be even surprised, how do I know this word? So thank you so much for being here, guys. This was like actually really nice. I enjoyed just being here and talking, and yeah, bye.